Next week, we're going to talk about Marilyn Monroe and Some Like It Hot.
Oh, what a movie that was! Oh,
They're going to watch Some Like It Hot.
oh man, that's been on TV the last month or so,
Has
about
it?
twice. It's been on, yeah, it's Turner Classic Movies.
Okay.
I think it's been on twice. It was on about a month ago. I know that with Marilyn Monroe and Tony Curtis,
Right.
and I think it was a strange time. The Korean War was winding down, or trying to wind down. It never really actually wind down. It was a time of new kind of music coming into America. Uh, New kind of music. A lot of a time when different groups began to form. It was a time when groups, quartets, and trios began to really form, and when we began to have the invasion, the Beatles had come in and started to come into this country, and then the other groups started to come in. There was a time of getting a taste of what things were like in other parts of the world when they began to entertain here. It was a time of individual stars began to shine, particularly feminine soloists began to come forth. Usually it was a lot of male soloists and so forth, like the Frank Sinatras and everything like that, carried over from the 40s. But now we're beginning to see women groups come forth, especially from the black community, and women groups being formed, trios and quartets. So there's a lot of things happening in the entertainment world, and of course things that were happening in the country. It was kind of things were still kind of crazy. Things in Europe, there was still the wall was up there.
The Berlin Wall.
The Berlin Wall was there, and that was causing troubles. And we had to have trying to take care of people around the world that needed our help. And in our own country, we were trying to deal with different kinds of problems coming back after the war and so forth, and always the threat of communism.
The Red Scare.
Whether the communists were going to take over the country and all that other stuff. So there was a lot of finding communists in every closet or something. I don't know. It was kind of a crazy time,
And what do you think people felt about Some Like It Hot when it came out? Two men dressing as women. That was a big deal then, right?
Well, yeah, it kind of was, but it was done in a funny way. I mean, it wasn't. I think because of the fact of who those two people were, Tony Curtis had a reputation of being a kind of a funny guy, and of course Jack Lemmon had a reputation of being a funny guy. I think they accepted the thing for what it was, especially when someone like Marilyn Monroe was in the movie too as a member of a female band. I don't think there was a big question of dressing like a female and stuff like that. They were actually trying to hide their identity. They were afraid of being caught because they had witnessed an execution and so forth by the gangsters, and I think that was their main reason for dressing up as women. It wasn't a question of changing their identity or anything like that. I think they knew who they were, and it was really to safeguard themselves, from harm and from being caught by those who were concerned about what they had witnessed and so on. That's my feeling. I don't think it was a question of changing sex or so forth like that. Actually depicted in the movies, even married couples, good wholesome movies, they were never seen in bed together. They might be seen one sitting on one side of the bed getting up in the morning, but they never showed scenes of people, married couples in bed together, just sitting there reading a book or something like that. They were very careful about things like that, and the biggest thing was in 1939. Wow, when Clark Gable used the word "damn" in the final scene of Gone with the Wind. Oh my God, that was like people were flocking to going to the movies to see if it was really real. When Clark Gable said, "Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn." Oh Jesus. He said the word damn, not damn you, or not God damn you, or not damn. Just frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. Which is like a 7-year-old kid might say that. I don't give a damn if you let me play with you or not. Like today it would be not. But when Clark Gable said that, and Gone with the Wind at the very end, oh my God, people couldn't believe it. They wouldn't allow 16-year-olds weren't allowed to go see the movies, or teenagers, or they were trying to ban them from going, or they tried to give it a different rating, and there was so much going on. But that was a oh my God, to use the word damn in a movie. Well, one thing to have maybe damn on Broadway, or something like that. You might expect something like that on a Broadway show or something, from a classical play or from a Shakespeare or something like that. But to see it in a movie, I remember seeing a movie. I went with my mother and my aunt. I was 16 years old when that movie came out. See, in 1939, I was just maybe 15, going on 16, I guess, or so. And I went to see it in the local theater. People were lined up to see Gone with the Wind. That was like a 3-hour classic. Oh my God. And with great stars in it. But the Haze, yeah, I forget when that ended and so forth. And the Catholic Church had their Legion of Decency. They had a list in the back of the church.
Really?
And it was called the Legion of Decency, where they would list the plays rated A, the plays rated B with some content, and then they had those that were condemned, outright condemned, and you weren't supposed to see those that were condemned on the pain of mortal sin or something. And those lists were posted in the back of the church, or in the Catholic New York, and wherever Catholic periodical that had the Legion of Decency.
Do you remember some of the bad ones that you weren't allowed to see?
Well, some of them were made like they were like foreign films. A lot of them were foreign films. I'm trying to think if there was any that was that might have been made in America and so forth. I'm trying to think. A lot of them were like foreign film made in that people might see here, made in Paris or Spain or Italy or something like that. I'm trying to think were there any on that list that would never make the list today because there was nothing wrong with them, And that sort of ended after a while. The Legion of Decency was very active in the 30s, the 40s, maybe the 50s, 60s, and it sort of dwindled away. It was almost impossible because different things were accepted, and violence. Sometimes they were just condemned because of excessive violence or murder or things like that. But I'm trying to think of any. I don't think the outlaw might have been. That might not have been on the D list, but it was certainly on objectionable. Maybe on the C list or
maybe
something.
A lot of westerns because there's gunfights.
A lot of westerns, a lot of scenes with, off the shoulder blouses and so forth, or
Scandalous.
Nightgowns, women running in nightgowns or something like that, who the hell? Or maybe excessive brutality of hanging people, or, you know, that they might have just given a B rating or something like that, or excessive violence or something like that.
Do you remember how much you paid to go see a movie when you were 15?
Yes, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
to go see a movie was 10 cents.
Wow.
When I was like 10, 11 years old. Then it went to, then I think it went to like 15 cents. Maybe by the time I was 15, then I think the most we ever paid was like a quarter. And you had so many times I had to shove her away. Please stop bothering me, Marilyn. Please don't be calling me in the middle of the night. Stay away from me. Go with someone else.